Welcome. My name is Caleb and I come from the planet Batar. I want to tell you, the Earth people, a story which I witnessed. Among thousands of races living in a Milky Way galaxy, there were two fighting over Ixiomit, a radioactive substance which makes it possible to travel through space faster than light. Both of the races were intelligent, but extremely different in terms of mentality and needs. The Zelds, frightening and aggressive silicon organic creatures who came from distant parts of the galaxy, and our people, the Moroi, from the planet Batar. We were a peaceful race of artists and thinkers. Our space probes detected that the Zelds had set up a base on the third planet of the system. The planet, which was a gas giant, had a methane-ammonium atmosphere that was perfect for the Zelds, but poisonous to us. On the second planet, the Zelds were mining Ixiomit, using the local Aeoli people as slaves. It was the only planet where Ixiomit was detected by our space probes. This is the last city of the Moroi people on the planet Batar. In 8 days' time, the first and the biggest among thousands of pieces of the planet Thoth, which had been destroyed by an enormous asteroid, will hit our planet. Nothing can be done, and we knew that the collision would completely destroy Batar. This made us feel anxious and miserable. The last warships and transporters are carrying the equipment and technicians to join the Moroi fleet waiting in the orbit. The last to take off was the space base equipped with special devices allowing hyperspace travel. The devices, however, were not part of our own technology. We had taken them after the fight with the aggressive civilization trying to invade our system a long time ago. The energy needed to form a hyperspace tunnel was generated from elements unknown to us. It was quite clear that the Moroi's destiny was about to fulfill soon. I, the man called Caleb, was one of the members of evacuation headquarters. I was among the last to leave our planet. The space base moved to the front of our starfleet. Its shields covered the whole monumental construction like a cocoon. The generator detached itself and moved to the safe distance to open the hyperspace tunnel, which was our gate to the new world. Unfortunately, while we were going through the tunnel, the collision occurred and we lost a few ships. This deepened our sorrow. There were fast casualties. The exodus began. Our first armed space cruisers emerged from the hyperspace. They were carrying a large number of small fighters, which were followed by landing units and transporters. We were aware that there was no chance for peaceful coexistence with the Zelds race. This time we had to be aggressors. Our fleet went into the orbit of the second Antares planet, and after a short but fierce fight we managed to destroy the orbital defense systems of the Zeld's army. A number of the Zeld's fighters attacked us, trying to get through the Moroi defensive lines to attack our transporters. The aliens were not prepared to fight with so powerful enemy, and our reinforcements could not arrive earlier than in a few days' time. We knew that the real ultimate fight would start on the surface of the planet, where the Zelds had their mining centers equipped with very strong defense systems. Having destroyed the Zeld's orbital defense systems, the Moroi's landing ships released thousands of capsules with landing units, troops and combat vehicles. The landing operation started. We decided to name the planet Exodus in honor of our people who had died on the way to the New World. A mortal combat over the new home has started.
Mission Directive 1. Ixiomit production brings considerable profits. The expansion of the base and the organization of new troops require 2,000 credits. Mission Objective: collect 2,000 credits. Hello everyone and welcome to Exodus: The Last War. This is a real-time strategy game for the Amiga. It's an exclusive as well. As you could hear during the intro, this is about a war between two species. The Zeld or Zeldov, as whom we're playing right now, and the Moroi, who are the, well, good guys in a certain sense. So we're going to build our base here. This has a very Dune 2-like starting mission. We have to accumulate 2,000 credits worth of Ixiomit, which is a resource you need for hyperspace travel. Got basic infantry here. These are guardians, not particularly fancy. Don't let them shoot at enemies while they're behind the structure, because they're going to try to shoot through it and then damage it. So we're going to repair you here, because if your first factory here, that's your headquarters, is damaged, then it will actually produce structures at a slower rate here. This game here came out in 2000, so somewhat late for a game of this style here, and has the Command and Conquer approach to building, even though the resource collection is a little bit different. You do have these blotches here where your resource vehicles here can collect the Ixiomit, and then it has to be transported to refineries. There's no like spice or Tiberium fields, but obviously there isn't, because Tiberium is owned by Electronic Arts at this point here, but you know what I mean. It's more like KK&D in that sense. So we've got the refinery here. So this is basically all we have to do in this mission yet. In fact, I would recommend to not explore the map, because you can't actually train more troops. And if you try to fight more enemy troops, there's actually a decent chance you're gonna get yourself overwhelmed. So yeah, don't get too excited here. We're gonna have more fighting to do during the next mission here. Visually, this game actually looks pretty decent. Doesn't have 3D graphics, but probably look a lot worse if it did at this time here. Then again, this was the same year that Dark Reign 2 was released, and that doesn't actually look that bad. And the style looks a little bit like that from Napalm. Even though this was developed by a Polish team, and I believe Napalm was a Czech team, or no, a Slovak team. I'm not sure whether there was any sort of overlap. Maybe these people went to the same college or so, who knows. In any case, we also have the Ixiomit storage here, which is just what it says on the tin. I'm not sure we need that here, to be honest, but you know what? Let's build one. Also got a nice side menu here. We've got a radar map, which we don't have access to at the moment because we don't have a radar structure. And you also get a nice preview here to show you what the blueprint of the building looks like. It's in the upper right corner of the viewport there, and you also get indicators here, like the red squares for the spot that has to be on the mine, as well as the entry point for your vehicle here, so you don't build it up. Yeah. Otherwise, this game here, if you've played like KK&D, Command & Conquer, other games from that era, there's not going to be any major surprises here, and you're probably going to be quite comfortable soon. We'll have all the resources we need in the near future here. So these resources here are finite. If you click on like the mine here, you can see why were you damaged? Anyway, you can see that we've housed about a third. But yeah, for this mission here, we don't need to worry about like long-term sustainability here. We're just gonna get some resources going, and that will be it. Yeah. The plot's also fairly basic. It's about 2 space races, actually 3. I guess we here have slave workers, the Zeld or Zeldov, but they're not a main faction. And there we go. We complete the first mission. Not particularly challenging, but that's just because it's basically a tutorial. And we'll see how things go for us next time here. Of course, we're more successful. We only... we didn't have any vehicles. That was only that one vehicle that the enemy had. We'll get our hands on those later as well. That will be it for today. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.